what's up, my friends? Welcome to another day with Zimaleta. I know some of you guys have been asking me questions and stuff. I haven't been posting that many videos this week. Right after Thanksgiving, I made it home and I decided out of the blue, completely random, wasn't really planned. I'm thinking, look, my house has been neglected for the past 2 years since I bought it last. And of course, I bought it for 13,000 bucks 2 years ago. And I bought it like sometimes like in basically like July area, and I moved in about like November or something. So in order to move in, I basically made the house livable, and I did like everything that I could to bring it, to like livable condition. And that's where things were at. So I kind of figured, look, it's been long enough. I need to start working on the house and that kind of thing. So that's actually what I was doing. So guys, I've been recording videos every single day since I've been home. I've been doing work in the house every single day since I've been home, and editing those videos. And so the way I've been doing things is actually doing like time lapses and doing like voice over the videos and stuff. And what I would like to do is just kind of show you kind of like what I was doing. My channel is still a sprinter channel. It is going to be completely sprinter and expedite channel related. But I think I owe you guys a little explanation, kind of like what I was up to and stuff like that. So here we go, guys. I was at Home Depot getting all these supplies randomly out of the blue. I'm thinking, look, I'm gonna buy all these supplies and I'm gonna go ahead and start working on the house. And you can see that I got all this plywood. I'm loading in a sliding door right now, and some tools and stuff like that. I'm just kind of trying to make it a little bit short. I made a couple trips down to Home Depot, picked up all the supplies, and I kind of figured, look, I'm gonna come home, I'm gonna tear off all the metal siding that I have in my home and replace it with a plywood, and I'm gonna do a wrap. So that's what I was doing over here. So then I started looking at some like home wraps right here, and I picked it up. And shortly after, I actually went down and I ordered me all the siding, gray siding, basically that you would need for the whole home. It cost me like 1,500 bucks for all the siding, and they said it's gonna take about 3 weeks. So I kind of figured, look, I'm gonna go ahead and do everything now and get ready till that stuff comes in, and I'm gonna go ahead and be ready for that stuff. So I'm getting other supplies over here. Out of the blue, I decided to do another project, but here I already have removed all the metal siding on the right side, but on the left side it's an addition portion. This was built like with normal type of supplies. I'm still actually gonna siding that place. So over here I ripped off all the siding, and I'm here like installing the all the plywood. So you could kind of see me putting everything inside, and the best way to do it is when you put in plywood is actually doing it just like the way I'm doing it, covering up all the windows and stuff like that. That is the fastest way to do it. Of course, when you're cutting plywood, it is best to actually wear some kind of safety goggles, and that's kind of like what I was showing you guys here, as I'm basically cutting down to size. And whenever you're actually installing plywood, it's best to kind of use some kind of like nails to create like a 1/8 of a sort of like a space, because plywood will sort of like expand due to weathering and stuff like that. So it needs kind of like breathing room, so it's not gonna like be like all like bent out of shape. So that's kind of like what I actually did. I did it correctly as you're supposed to. And yeah, guys, it was quite a lot of work. I started right after Thanksgiving, and it's December 4th right now. And I kind of said, look, I'm going to go back to work and get rested. So here I'm actually pulling that window out because it's designed a little bit differently, because it basically gets screwed in kind of like from the outside instead of like from the inside. So I'm pulling out like metal siding, and I'm using like special tool. It basically cuts the metal. Like, I don't know, it's probably not designed for that, but actually has a lot of different attachments, so it cuts metal just fine. It's actually perfect for cutting out like drywall holes for like like outlets and stuff, and even like grinding like concrete. It even comes with a sander, and you could actually lift a tile with it. It's a pretty handy little tool. So here I'm basically putting those nails in that I was telling you, so I could actually hang the drywall, the plywood, and it creates that perfect spacing in between. So that's actually what I'm doing here. And I got my best helper here, my wife. She's basically helping me out like a lot. And later on, actually, I showed her how to use the nail gun, and she was actually quite fond of that. So here's the front of the house. I'm actually going to change the pattern of these windows. As you can see, these windows are a little bit kind of like spaced apart too much, because initially I used the original hole for the window like in the front of the house, and I just expanded out a little bit, and I never installed window before, so my first time hanging a window, as you could see, I did it crooked. You know, it's just basically a little bit more to the right. So I actually had to redo this whole entire thing, but it's okay. It's a learning experience, so you can't be like afraid of it. But I never done windows, and when I found out how much a window installation would be just for like a normal window, they said $189 a window. I'm thinking, forget about it. I'm just gonna basically get these windows and do it myself. So here, as you can see, I already rebuilt those frames. Everything is nice, centered now. It's perfect, and I'm leaving those other ones alone. So I'm putting plywood down over here and covering it up and making sure I'm actually not gonna staple right through the plywood and bust the window. So luckily, no accidents there. So everything went really smoothly. And here's the other portion of the house, kind of like on the side with the deck. Ripping out all the metal here, and all this like wood that I actually put up there due to some gapping and stuff. It was only like a temporary thing. I probably should have used screws, but I actually used nails. You know, so it was quite a difficult time to pull them off, but in the video it looks really easy. You know, but anyways, over here, like where the deck is, I actually plan to do an addition, also completely random. I already bought all the supplies for that addition. So here I'm putting all the plywood in there, and it's almost done. So pretty much this was the last of it, you know, like once I finished this portion up. So now I have to cut out the holes for the windows, and I basically drilled a couple holes in there, and about like maybe like half an inch, and cutting it out. It's pretty easy. Sometimes it ends up to be kind of like crooked, but it's okay. You could cut it all down, you know, just like I'm doing right there. Install your windows, and when you do your wrap and stuff, you cannot even tell that it's there. And then you do your frame around, and you cannot tell if something's crooked. But as long as all the framing's done correctly, you know, you should be fine. And this is actually the back of the house. I decided to change the pattern. As you could see, those big two openings, that was actually my two windows. They were done correctly and everything, but I decided I'm gonna add a fireplace over there in the future. First I'm gonna add like one of those like a space heater, kind of like a TV looking type of fireplace. So I ended up building these other two windows kind of like on the sides here. I ended up purchasing them new again and cutting them out, installing. And all these jobs, guys, it would take like a day for me to basically work on one side of the house. And here's the outside portion. I'm installing that, and this is actually like another day, because as you can see, it's only one sliding door there, but I'm actually going to build and install one more sliding door, guys. And here I'm putting this window back. I was gonna try to like change it like into a different window, but for what it is, it actually works perfectly on the inside, so it did not make any sense to try to change this window out to another one, because I do have extra windows, guys. I bought like a lot of windows because I always buy stuff when I see on clearance. These windows I bought 50% off, because somebody bought like an order and then they completely canceled, so they marked the windows down 50%, and they're gas filled windows. So over here I already got the hole out for the sliding door. I cut everything out, and this is the door frame that I built for the sliding door. Of course, for my building channel, all this stuff is going to be pretty detailed, and you could see exactly how I done all that. And there it is. You could kind of see inside of my house, you could see the big island that I actually built. Too bad it's not on the video, because it was not wife approved. She said she didn't want anybody to really see inside of the house as I'm doing stuff. But I convinced her that I want to make a YouTube channel showing other people how they could buy a cheap house, do some renovations, and, you know, be able to live debt free for the rest of their life and save money, and then maybe upgrade in the future, or do some upgrades to the current house. And that's actually what we're planning on doing. As you could see, I've done vaulted ceilings, because the ceilings was only 7 foot tall. So I basically rebuilt the entire ceiling, which is not on videos, unfortunately, but it's okay. I will actually record how to do everything, because I'm going to be building an addition, so start to finish you'll see all that, plus I'll be building a garage and all this other stuff. And over here I decided to basically do a house wrap, so I could prevent plywood from going bad if it's gonna rain or something. And here I'm basically showing you guys, you have to pull the window back out, and then you basically wrap it around the window, staple it all in, then insert the windows back, and that's it. Like, that's how it's done, guys. It's really simple. And if you guys want to learn how to do this kind of stuff, I'm actually gonna have once I'm gonna post all the videos to the new channel and come up with the name and everything, I'm gonna put a playlist up on my channel, so you could just simply go to that playlist. If you choose to subscribe to the channel, please do. You're gonna help the channel out a lot. But I'm going to be basically making videos how to do real estate investing and how to basically work on your own house and stuff. And as you can see, guys, it's really easy, like, to work on your own house. I really don't see a reason to pay a 30-year mortgage.